Oyez from the heart of London, Trafalgar Square. Le Tour de France leaves London on Saturday.
On special occasions, European cities welcome bicycles to their streets with great enthusiasm. However, the everyday experience of millions of European cyclists is far less positive, which is why the European Union has committed to promoting more widespread use of the bicycle. The bicycle is still having trouble imposing itself in European urban environments. All too often, getting around town on a bike is still a real battle. The infrastructure is often inadequate. Roads themselves are sometimes dangerous for cyclists. The cycle path network, when it does exist, is not always coherent, and frequently cycle paths are infringed by other road users, mainly car drivers. Coexistence with cars is indeed a major problem for cyclists. Cyclists in Bucharest are well aware of the problem. Florin and Valentin both live in the Romanian capital and are keen cyclists.
Drivers have no consideration for us. They're ill-disciplined and don't give us our proper priority. They don't consider us to be proper road users, so it's very difficult.
Over the last decade, the number of bicycles in Bucharest has almost doubled. Traffic is heavy here and cyclists have trouble finding their place. However, the local authorities have decided to take action to reduce automobile traffic.
We have air pollution, noise pollution, all sorts of pollution. And we want to get rid of all that, to have a cleaner city. And so we have to promote other forms of transport, such as public transport and bicycles.
Now Bucharest has introduced a compulsory paid parking system as a way of dissuading car drivers. It's also launched the construction of dozens of kilometres of cycle paths, where there were hardly any just a few months ago. Bucharest has also become involved in the Spicycle project, supported by the European Union's Intelligent Energy Europe programme. Spicycle is helping several cities to develop the use of the bicycle. It puts cities which are more or less advanced in the process in touch with one another.
We've had several exchanges with European cities which have already promoted cycling, and we can see the advantages.
In the northern Italian city of Bolzano, on the other hand, the bicycle already plays a central role in the traffic system. This city, where the language of Goethe is spoken along with that of Dante, has in just a few years become a model of sustainable mobility.
The policy implemented by Bolzano over the last few years is certainly a decisive factor in the success. We have 80,000 cycle journeys a day, representing more than 25% of the city's traffic.
Like more than 100 European cities, Bolzano is a member of the BiPAD scheme, also co-financed by the Intelligent Energy Europe programme. One of BiPAD's objectives is the establishment of audits designed to facilitate cycling. With this help, the city made a heavy investment in order to make it more accessible to cyclists and consequently a more pleasant place to live. It's an initiative which can't be undertaken just like that, and so an in-depth audit was carried out.
Our main objective was to understand the origin and the destination of traffic in the city, and to find out whether what was on offer really corresponded to the demand, where the most popular destinations are, where people live, work, what routes they use.
A coherent network of cycle paths was subsequently built. Bicycle parking places were also established, and as in more and more European cities, a bike rental system was set up. Widespread awareness campaigns were also mounted to encourage people to use bicycles, and they were an obvious success.
The infrastructure in Bolzano is ideal, very well organized.
It's a good system for tourists. Bolzano is a quiet city. We've had a nice little tour. It's practical and quicker to get around town.
Cycling's good fun. Everybody should do it.
Citizens and tourists alike love it. They've even somewhat taken over the project for themselves.
We've seen the number of cyclists increase because the citizens themselves are demanding that the situation be improved and pointing out where things need work. Little by little, it's becoming part of people's mentality that some of the road should be reserved for this type of transport.
Now it's off to Bromley in the southern suburbs of London. Here, the safety of young cyclists is the main preoccupation.
I need to know what's behind me, so I check behind and I then ride away. Make sure it's safe and then ride. Okay?
In partnership with another European project, Astute, the local council organises training for children.
When cyclists are out, it is the young people who are most at danger. Adults tend to learn through experiences. We want to give them that training when they're younger, so they become more adept, much better cyclists as young people.
And it's most important, particularly for the youngsters, we believe, that they get in the habit of cycling as early as possible.
The youngsters receive theoretical and practical training, including exercises under real conditions. They learn the basic rules for riding safely on the roads.
Because it teaches you how to turn and give signals to the cars to let them know what you're doing. And the signals like turning right is put out your right hand and turning left is put out your left hand. And it's quite good how you learn all those stuff, and it does really good. It also builds up your confidence as well.
And you realise that training has other positive effects on these adults of tomorrow.
I like using a bike more because you feel like you're doing more, like you're using up more energy, which is more fun than just sitting in a car doing nothing. A bike is it doesn't use up any fuel, so it's sort of more friendly to the environment.
Enjoying yourself, taking some exercise and protecting the environment. 3 good reasons for European cities to promote the bicycle as an alternative to polluting transport and so make cyclists' lives easier.